1.
Hello, I'm Raphael Mooney. I'm sure all of my peers at UWRF are aware of the current workload and stress of school overall. Me personally, I've been dealing with a lot of stress, and that's just because everything's piling up, a lot of assignments are compounding, stuff like that. That is why I think it is imperative to stress the absolute importance of mental health and being able to be aware of your own mental health and when to actually self-care. Today I'll be showing you ways that this self-care can happen and why it is overall important that you continue to stress the importance of mental health. So, first thing I want to iterate is that a healthy mind is a healthy life. I mean this literally. I have depression and anxiety, so I can state that being of the healthy mind can definitely affect your body chemistry. For example, when you are in, it's a little hard to see, but this is the body, what happens when it undergoes anxiety. And I typically have this problem. It affects my gut and my immune system the most. And what that means is when you're anxious, healthline.org, first of all, it's a website with a collective like doctors, they peer review websites, stuff like that. They go over and they explain that when you're anxious, it releases a lot of endorphins and a lot of chemicals that are kind of foreign to your system, into your system, and that's because of your fight or flight response. And if you are like me, and it's not just a one-time occurrence, this can overall change your body chemistry. And I typically have problems in my gut, and specifically it causes extreme pain for me. I get it feels sort of like stomach ulcers, but it's not. And another problem I have is the immune system. And this is actually the most important of all of your systems that gets affected by it. And that is because when you release all these chemicals into your system, it's foreign, so they don't really know what to do. And if you always have panic attacks, you can't really just switch it off. So your body doesn't know when to actually return to normal, which is typically a pretty bad problem. Next part I want to talk about, sorry about this, is that everyone is impacted by mental health differently. I mean this in the fact that, well, not everyone has, in my case, anxiety. Not everyone has this problem, but you probably at least know someone who does, and they might not be having a good time. NAMI, the National Institute of Mental Illness, states that roughly about 26% of the world has anxiety, and only about 36% of that actually goes out and receives help for it, which I think is a problem, personally. Another thing to talk about here, sorry, just give me a minute, is the suicide rates in America. The World Health Organization, they have stated that roughly about 5% of the world globally has depression or at least suffers from it. And this, although it's just in America, it's probably higher in different countries. So I'll just go through and explain what these are for you. So this dark blue line is males affected by suicide, and the numbers are the hundreds of thousands. This middle line here is the average between male, and then this bottom line is female suicide rates. And as you can see, it steadily is sort of going up, which again is a problem. And yeah, so now we'll go on to my next point. Sorry. There we go. So what can you do to actually care for yourself? I've gone through all the negatives, obviously, but how can you actually care for yourself? Now, me personally, I follow what Mayo Clinic does. And Mayo Clinic recommends these two main treatments. And the two main treatments is psychotherapy, whether that be, I'm in DBT, which helps with negative thinking processes and suicidal ideation. There's that, or they also do medicine, which I also do. I won't talk about my medication for obvious reasons, but these are at least the most productive for me. And even Mayo Clinic says that a healthy mix of the two should end up helping you out in the long run. Overall, I just want to reiterate just the importance of keeping track of your mental health, being aware of it, And if you're one of the like 36% that don't reach out, or that or if you're part of the 26% that isn't reaching out, I just want to reiterate, please don't be afraid of the stigma or be afraid of being mocked for it. Your safety and your health is so much more important than anything, than some sort of higher status than you can achieve. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.